Hey everybody, Dungeoneer here. Today we're going to be continuing our fun in Phantom Abyss. We're going to be trying to clear out another temple and purify one of our whips today. I believe we're going to go with the Vine Whip. We're going to turn into a Bulbasaur, and we're going to try to clear the Bane from this. If you've watched our previous videos, you'll know that my red zone whips, these on the top row here, are all needing to be purified, except for this one we just finished up in the very last video. So let's see if we can continue that trend and try to get our Vine Whip cleared up. So our boons and banes for this one, I can put it back down so we can see it. So we can jump much higher, we can gain 1 heart container. However, all darts are lethal, so if we are hit by any darts at all, we are instantly killed. So that is going to be what we are dealing with for this adventure. So let's go ahead and get started. So each of the temples has 3 zones: green, blue, and red. They each have 3 different levels you must complete in order to proceed further down. And so we have the Mass Defiler as our temple guardian this time, and we have, looks like 13, now 12 phantoms. And we're going to want to collect their essence when they die. That poor soul just jumped down here and immediately ended his temple run here. But that is going to happen. And there goes another one. So we're going to try to collect as much essence as we can from them. For the more of the essence we collect, the more hearts we get at the end of each of our levels, and that will take as much help as we can get to make it to the end here. As you can see, somebody else unfortunately has died here, and you see this is now blue, so this means that somebody has died to it before, and now it doesn't do any damage, so I can sit here all day and not take any damage from this. So quite interesting mechanic they've added. I kind of like it, because it definitely makes grabbing those deceased essences a whole lot easier. I feel like I'm jumping on the moon here with these amazing jumping skills this whip provides. Go ahead and reset this. Honestly, I don't know if I like the jumping being increased like this. I'm worried I'm going to take a lot of fall damage. I guess if I get the double jump or the whip, or I'm sorry, not the whip, the wings, then that would make this a whole lot easier. We'll see if that'll be a blessing we end up with in the future here. Oh no, one of our friends here. There we go, got another essence. I'm trying not to jump as I go down here because it's going to increase my height and make me possibly take damage. I guess it's one instance these will come in handy. Trying to make it across large chasms or jumping over traps. And I would say this whip, definitely a breath of fresh air after the last whip I cleared, having a bane of a blackout randomly occurring. We didn't get much gold, so we can't purchase a blessing at this time. First one's costing 150, and then they go up in 50 intervals each time. So the one after the first will be 200, and so on and so forth. So now the Guardian is activated, and he will be shooting 4 gas bombs at a time at us. And we just got to try to avoid those the best we can, for if we are stuck in the poison cloud for too long, we will take some damage. And I'm going to wait here a moment and let all the phantoms get ahead of me, That way, in the event they die, which looks like somebody is about to, then I can claim that essence. And nothing of note here. Usually these rooms have chests in the corners, which you see me checking all these corners. It doesn't look like there's going to be any this time, but most of the time these rooms are good options to break in a good amount of gold, especially at the beginning here. I don't really have to wait on these, I can just jump right over them like a bunny rabbit. Watch my head because I say that, and I almost jumped into that one because of my increased jump height, so I'll have to be more conscious of that as I'm making more jumps here. I don't even have to go down there and grab it. That's good. As you can see, a lot of people unfortunately have met their demise here, but all that does is make my adventure a tad bit easier. Unless I get caught in the poison and lose some health for free, that wouldn't be that good. And the exit's all the way at the bottom. Finally, some more coins. This seems to be a low income level here for sure so far. Trying to make sure I'm gathering all of the essence I can before moving on. Here we go, there's some more money. Alright, I think all the phantoms have left this room for the most part. He tried to spawn in here, that's interesting. Okay, do not like the crouch jump, so quick whip it is. As you can see here, 2 of our phantoms are going to go to the final area in the green zone and take 2 of the relics home with them. But that is not on our agenda. We're going to be heading to the red zone. 4 phantoms met their demise there. Let's see how many we end up losing. The 3rd and final green zone for us. But all 6 of them jump forward, so we know at least 2 of them are going to live through this. This is a room that's been newly added to the game. This is a dark room, so it's very difficult to see in here. And the only light being provided by these crystals, which spontaneously disappear, and it's very sad. Should go the easy route here. I say that. Kill the poison. Go. Make sure I didn't miss any gold. It doesn't appear to be the case. Wow, nice and short one. So our options now are to head down and finish the green zone, or risk it all and go to the blue. So let us continue to the blue zone for the caverns. Guardian friend is now up to 6 gas bombs. Let's see how many other phantoms have decided to enter the blue zone. Looks like we have 3 compatriots to continue our adventures with. For now, anyway. We know that since they are showing up on our screens, they have not completed the red zone. There's still a chance they could have went and completed the blue area instead. So they could stick it out with us for the rest of the blue zone at least. Really a low economy game. Low economy temple, that is. And there's an alternate way to get in here, but I just kind of like going this route that I take. Hello. And just a kind reminder that if I get hit by any dart, it is automatically lethal. So I'm going to try my best to avoid those entirely. And I'll get 3 right here. It's a good thing about playing this game a good bit. You kind of know where they're going to be at for the most part. Depending on the rooms. Some of the rooms are newer than others, so I don't have the patterns memorized exactly. But that room we just left was a very common room for the blue zone. And there's no side path, could have avoided those entirely and grab the coins. That's okay. Go back and grab them. Not sure what that noise was. Hadn't heard that before. But going straight down the middle is usually a good call for that room. If you whip the chests that are closed, you will actually get all the loot from them without having to wait there and pick it up. It's the first blue zone completed. And again, we're just getting very unlucky blessings, and that was not a joke. I do see that both of them say lucky, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and just take the lucky one, speaking of that. And it doesn't look like any of these 3 phantoms grabbed a relic, so either they're all 3 going to die in the blue zone or in the red zone. Because only one person can complete the red zone before it disappears. Well, not disappears, closes the temple, because there's only one relic in the red zone, so once it's completed, temple closes and no one else can finish it, which is our main goal for this. And I would really like for them to all go before me, but there we go. I like for them to go first just because if they die I can grab their essence really easily, as opposed to having to come back and grab it, which I will not be doing. And with rooms like this, they would come and grab this key and open the door for me if I were inclined to let them do so, but I'm more than capable of grabbing it myself, even though they'll probably have it unlocked before I get up there. Yep, they already have it open, so my key is now gone. we go. Nice and simple. Oh, other phantoms rush right by this one. Whoop. Wait now, because I was about to shoot a dart, and then the poison, of course. That's fine. We are not in a hurry. I say that as I walk in this poison anyway. Checking around for more gold. And that is exactly what I find. At this point, it'd be really handy to have either double jump or wings. Unfortunately, I've not found either in the blessings. Let's see. Hopefully our next one will change that. Oh. And I really hate to see that, but unfortunately my rolling was a little off. And my whip is not connecting the way I'm expecting it to. So that's our first bit of damage. Definitely a lot sooner than our last playthrough. I believe I didn't take damage until the very last room. I have to wait for that poison to clear. I didn't take any damage to the very last room in the red zone in our last playthrough. But that's okay. Not a game breaker here. It would have been if I would have took some more there, but unfortunately I was at the last moment. Wait for that to clear. Since he spawned very quickly. And then I'll wait for him to disappear so I can take a look at that room. There we go. Normally I don't like messing with those hammers. But with this long jump, nice and easy. And this is a very good combo. I would really like the Banishing Whip, but unfortunately I'm going to go with the wings just because fall damage is the bane of any player's existence, I would say. I mean, as you can see, that's the only reason I've taken damage so far. Right now we're up to 8 gas bombs, heading to our 3rd blue level. We have all 3 of our friends still with us. We can use the power of friendship to get through this. There we go. Nice simple maze. Really making quick work of this with this long whip. Or not the long whip, the long jump, I would say. Not gonna get essence from this one. Oh, there it is. Very confused there, but I guess that door messed it up a little bit. Right now with the wings, we don't have to worry about taking fall damage on our way down here. Just gently glide to the ground. Skirt him around, that way we don't have any of the poison in our way, and we'll just slide under this one. And no point in grabbing this because the Phantom's going to clear it for us. Uh-oh. Where did he just die at? I don't think it was that one. Was it? Oh no, he's just sitting here. Okay. I guess you're allowed to do that. Nothing says you have to keep moving. Like I said, you can do as much time as you want. Oh, I'm gonna take damage here. That was unfortunate. Tried to jump over and all that poison came after me there. That's what I get for rushing. I should have followed the team advice that I was given for that other Phantom. See, that's the sort of damage that really can end a run there. And we could head down and do the blue, or we can risk it all for the red. Let's see, risk it all like our original plan. It's unfortunate to have taken that extra heart of damage for really no reason, but rushing along kind of did it to me on that one. And following the same pattern here, we have 3 final red rooms, and well, 3 red rooms and then a final room after that. And if you've watched our last video, you'll know that the final room actually has 4 separate little areas to complete, so I have to keep that in mind. And these guys are going back and forth trying to get that gold. I am not worried about it at this point in time. Just gonna head forward. I got my wings, that's better than nothing. I'm content to just use what I have to finish this up. I gotta say, one of my favorite rooms. I'm not quite sure what this room is for, but there's never been anything in here in my experience. So, move on forward. And unfortunately, there is one of our friends who has perished, but at least their demise has provided some assistance for us. So they have not died in vain. And there's not a real reason not to jump over here, and I really didn't expect to see you there. Hello. Alright, so we're running over here to grab E. And as you can see, as soon as I get over here, the key disappears before the other Phantom has already completed that for us. So I guess if you know a Phantom is going to make it through here, you could just wait in front of the door, but I like to just head that direction anyway, just in the event something happens to them. If I end up finishing it, I'm not just sitting there doing nothing. And I almost forgot I had wings there. I hit my head and I thought I was gonna get in a little trouble there for a moment. And I have enough to get my next blessing, so I'm not exactly worried about collecting any more money whatsoever. This is a tough choice. I think I'm gonna go with Calm. So those not familiar, Calm allows for the Guardian not to spawn in the next room, and it also doesn't get more angry or angrier. So it does not have 10 gas bombs, and it will not spawn in this level. So taking the pressure off just a little bit so I can focus more on avoiding the traps and less with having to deal with poison. So, yep, we'll go ahead and continue forward. It looks like this is our last companion here. It seems our other one perished after we were already done with the last level. I said I didn't want any more money, but this was just a freebie, so there's no more reason not to get it. Because sometimes there are doors that cost 100 gold to open, and they save you from having to do an extra area. So I guess having 100 would be a good idea. And I'm not at a loss for having to come up here. There's no traps. I'm not quite sure what that is exactly. I'll let him do his thing over here. I guess I'll go this way. So I have a long jump. Alright, and we're going to use power of teamwork for this, because he just did his. And now I can just easily make my way up here. Keeping in mind the blades. There we go. That puts me a little ahead of our phantom, but that's okay. I don't believe... Oh, he actually dies right here anyway. Either that or that was the other phantom. Oh man. This is something. I think I'm gonna jump up there. Since it's just one blade, I'll go ahead and grab this. I'm breaking my own rules here, but there's a risk I was gonna take. No more phantoms to come with us on this journey. I guess I'll just keep grabbing this chest since I don't have to deal with the poison gas. It's giving me some nice easy ones to grab. I'm actually having to be really careful with my jumping with these blades, because if I end up jumping into one of them with my head, and that's just damage I didn't have to take, but I ended up taking. Jumped too high. Not something that usually happens with this special whip. I have to keep that in the back of my mind as I'm making my way through. Now let us head to the final red area. Well, the third level red area before one right before the final room. There we go. Getting tripped up on my words there, but it's definitely not the final red zone. Alright, I believe our next blessing costs 350, but not really in need of it. I have to be mindful of these gentlemen here. If I get hit by them, that is the end of my run. I'm trying to change my movements here so I'm not lining up their shot for them. Here. Mostly just to grab these keys, just because I'm pretty low on the red ones. I've actually only completed the red zone, I believe, 3 times now. So this is the exact room I was referring to earlier. You can buy your way through, and you don't have to do this left area. Definitely worth the 100 gold, especially in the red zone. It's just a nice walk as opposed to having to deal with that. And just taking a look at that room, I know for a fact the dart gentleman will be in there. Let's see if we can get the green guy to spawn quickly. Yep, the dart right there. And the pilot doesn't want to spawn, so we'll just head forward. shots are lethal, so it seems there's more spawning here for fun. That's what I'm going to say anyway. Ooh. There we go. And this room, quite simple, we just run forward and try not to get hit by poison. There we go. And just like that, we are now in the final room for the red zone. And as mentioned previously, this room is a special case. Now that we are in here, we have to unlock the treasure room. And in order to do so, it has 4 campfires or braziers, I believe is how you pronounce that. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But basically they're just campfires at the end of each of these 4 paths. So we got 2 on the left, 2 on the right. And yep, we'll go ahead and start with the first one. Alright, this is just the pattern I would normally take. The top left, top right, bottom right. Why? I don't know. Just seems like the path to take. Alright, we'll just take a nice slow fall here. We're not going to rush, especially because we're already in the red zone treasure area. Yep, we probably would have taken a hit there if I hadn't jumped. Now we get to head up. With wings, taking this down is a lot easier, but, you know, we have a mega jump here, so jump our way almost to the top here. And almost fall for some reason. Bump my head, I guess. I do not like those whatsoever. Hopefully you can explode them by whipping them. It's a locked door, no other phantoms open it for us, so go grab it ourselves. No real reason to grab this really, but why not? And we'll just loop around. There's another chest on this side. There we go. I really hate to get hit in the back from those, but I guess I'll get hit in the face instead. That's okay. Only took half a heart of damage from that, and that opens up one of our 4. And now hit down bottom left. Unfortunate I didn't back up for that, but I really thought I had enough time. That's okay. It's simple mistakes like that just add up, but hopefully that'll be our last one like that. It's usually on the left, is why I immediately jump left. Not a big deal. We'll just jump around all that poison. This is a big trap room. We just jump to the side and sell all that poison. And of course, I really didn't expect that to go so quickly. Really thought I had time. But that one's not joking around. Should have taken this way originally. Hopefully those mistakes don't end up costing me the end here. That's perfect. That's 2. Got 2 more to do. Alright, but so far so good. Luckily, with so many phantoms at the beginning, we have room to make mistakes. Yeah, so far so good. Gotta be a little bit more cautious now that I'm at half health. And look, another 100 gold coming in handy. It's a nice walk through the park right there. Avoiding all of that. No, that looks terrible. Alright. This long jump coming in handy here. Bunny rabbit. Let's see if we can get the... Doesn't look like it's going to do it though. Whip, just to guarantee I'm gonna hit the ground there. I'm gonna be extra vigilant. Oh, perfect. Nice short one. Alright, and one final room. We'll just bunny our way up. There we go. And a key. And they blocked off the sides. That was an awful placement for that. Look how there's a little caution symbol just so you know this causes damage. There we go. Not too bad actually. Just wait for that poison to clear. Hurry. Get in a hurry, you make a mistake. Perfect. I like to spawn in behind me when I can. I'm trying to forget about my whip because I have this long jump. Or I'm trying to forget about my wings, I mean. But they do come in handy, especially for rooms like this. There we go. Looking behind me, but no need, for we have our last room. And just like that, the treasure is now ours. Alright, I'd say that one wasn't too bad. I was really worried about getting hit by one of those darts, but luckily we were able to dodge those entirely. And now we can claim our prize. We'll just slide right down these stairs. I'm sure that's nice and comfortable. Alright, and unfortunately, the relic here is the egg, and we already have the egg. So we will get some extra essence for that, but we have successfully cleared this temple and released 13 phantoms. So yeah, that's very unfortunate. We still have, I believe, 4 different relics to claim from the red zone. We only have... well, there's probably 5. I only have 3 right now, so to already have a duplicate, it's kind of sad because it takes a lot of work to get through the red zone. Right, temple's closed up, and because we have a duplicate, it goes to the main statue, but at the very least, we have our vine whip cleared. No longer do we have to deal with the darts being lethal. Instead, just have the boons. And let's go ahead and collect our essence. I believe the maximum level in this game is 60. That might be something I shoot for, since that's one of the final achievements for the game. Yep, and just like that, we have a second whip all cleared up. There it is. Beautiful. All right. Well, thank you all for joining me on this adventure. And if you like this content, please let us know down in the comments section. And of course, if you have some time, go ahead and give us a like. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.